Resolution commending the Minority Leader of the Senate, the Honorable Aquilino Koko L. Pimentel III, for his exemplary leadership and significant contributions to the nation as a statesman, legislator, and advocate of justice.
Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. President, I move that we adopt proposed Senate Resolution number 1374.
Any objection? Hearing none, Senate Resolution number 1374 is hereby adopted.
Mr. President, I move that we recognize the honoree, our Minority Leader, ang kokote ng Senado, Senator Aquilino Koko Pimentel III.
Our distinguished Minority Floor Leader, Senator Koko Pimentel,
Thank you. Boss,
is recognized. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, my dear colleagues, our Senate staff, our Senate Secretariat, our guests, my Commander-in-Chief is also here, our dear countrymen. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. I am about to deliver my valedictory speech. This is one perk of being a senator which I would relish the most. My father was the valedictorian of all his classes throughout his academic life, from elementary, high school, college, and even up to College of Law. I was never a valedictorian, but I still get to deliver a valedictory speech. Swerte ko naman. Sabi ng ating konstitusyon, sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. I have been blessed by God and the Filipino people with the opportunity to hold a high government position. These 13 plus years I have spent as a senator in the service of the Filipino people have been the most fulfilling years of my life. This is an opportunity and an experience not given to many. I am very grateful to the universe for this. Who would have predicted or who would have thought that this would happen to an introvert person like me? My Senate journey began not in the usual way, but through an extraordinary and unique experience that tested our resolve and faith in the democratic process. But I am grateful that what began as an electoral protest has since grown into a relationship marked by mutual respect, collaboration, and even friendship. A reminder, kumpare pa. So a reminder that in the end, we are all here to serve the Filipino people. So let me go back to the decision which allowed me to be part of this chamber, Mr. President. Siguro nalimutan na nila, pero hindi ko po nalilimutan. Yung mga senador who voted to allow me to sit in the Senate in my protest way back in August 11, 2011. Pia Cayetano. So, hindi ko nalilimutan yun, Pia. So thank you very much. Bong, baka nalimutan mo na, but you were part of it. Thank you very much, Bong. And of course, returning Senator Kiko Pangilinan and former Senator Greg Onasan and Sonny Trillanes, and also Lito Lapid was a member of the set. And I just want to make it of record, Mr. President, the justices from the Supreme Court who made possible my stint as a senator, then Senior Associate Justice, the chairman of the set, Antonio Carpio, Associate Justice Teresita Leonardo de Castro, and Associate Justice Arturo Brion. So this chapter in my life, while unconventional, set the tone for the kind of public service I aspired to offer. One rooted in truth and justice, constitutionalism, rule of law, and the unwavering dedication to serve the people's interest. Napansin nga ni Senator Risa Ontiveros, because this is our last day, so I'm about to end my tenure as a senator, sabi niya, ang bookends ng political life mo, andito si Comelec sa umpisa, andito pa rin si Comelec sa dulo. So, because, if you remember, my dear colleagues, last December 11, 2024, you were already congratulating me. Oh, but that was 6 months ago. So 6 months later, hindi pa rin tapos ang issue na yon. So I hope nagdilang anghel kayo nung 6 months ago, Mr. President. In 2016, this chamber entrusted me with the honor of being Senate President, a role previously held by my father, Senate President Nene Pimentel. Can I reveal, Ma'am Lauren, can I reveal that ikaw may kasalanan nito? Yes, opo. Wala po akong ambisyon. Ako po'y tinawagan ni Senator Lauren at sinabihan na, mag-ambisyon ka maging Senate President.
Kingmaker ka pala, Lauren.
Okay, so for 22 months, I endeavored to uphold my vision of a Philippine society which is just and fair, which saves and shares, scientific, peaceful, educated, healthy, democratic, and which is most of all happy and free with overflowing love of God and country. So passing a law is a collective effort. So together, all of us, during my time as Senate President, we shepherded, we started or passed landmark measures. Free tuition, free irrigation, the wage increases for public servants, the doubling of the base pay of military and uniform personnel, free public Wi-Fi, and extended the validity of passports and driver's licenses, care of Senator Grace po, the Bangsamoro Organic Act, MIGS sa'yo to, which is the effort of MIGS Subiri, the universal access to quality tertiary education, the train law, especially that aspect which lowered personal income tax rates, the ease of doing business, Mental Health Act, to name a few. I would also like to thank all of you for helping me pass or for designating me to be the sponsor or co-sponsor of many other laws involving creation of courts, the NBI Modernization Act, the Estate Tax Amnesty Law, the Retail Trade Liberalization Amendments, the creation of the Department of Migrant Workers, sa'yo to, Joel, the Creative Industries Development Act and the Centenarians Act, both laws with the help of IME, the Government Procurement Reform Act, the Archipelagic Sea Lanes Act with the help of TOL, among others. One of the great privileges of serving in this chamber has been meeting and learning from some of the finest minds in our country's political and legislative history. I am grateful to have learned from their wisdom and, of course, from your wisdom, my dear colleagues, and your wit and your statesmanship. My time as minority leader has been most fulfilling too. I have learned a lot having been forced to read almost all of your bills. Totoo. Pero hindi kaya. Kaya I said almost all. So I thank my compatriot in the minority of two, Senator Risa Ontiveros, for electing me as the minority leader. Ganun kasimple yung aming eleksyon, actually, Mr. President. So, iwan ko na lang po sa inyo bilang pakiusap ko ang mga panukalang batas na na-file ko na sumasalamin sa aking mga personal na advokasya. Kabilang dito ang pagtatag ng ospital para sa mga senior citizens. Saan si Senator Bongo? Sana pansinin naman niya ito. Ang modernisasyon ng Philippine Orthopedic Hospital. Ito, pag-isipan niyo po ito na mabuti, ang pagbuwag ng travel tax. Because, nasa Constitution kasi that we have the right to travel, so we do not tax a right. At ang integrasyon ng computer programming sa basic education.
Russian tabloid news, kumikiling sa katotohanan. Balita serbisyo, walang iwanan. Dinig na sa laging handa sa